And then we're going to move over here because I'm going to open it up over here.
He's a sculptor.
Each one of them is a work of art.
A painter.
There's no two alike.
But most importantly, Randy Trawnik is a lifesaver.
When you have a skill like this, you have the opportunity to change people's lives.
Take a look around Trawnik's office and you'll find some things staring back at you.
We can make an eye from the beginning to end in one whole day.
Since the early 80s, he's been making prosthetic eyes for people all over the world.
It's just a thrill.
Patients in over 40 countries have traveled to his offices in both Dallas and Germany. His authenticity is what makes him so renowned.
This shows you kind of what the eye looks like.
Because his plastic eyes.
All right, let's rock and roll. We want to make them look so well that no one ever knows that we were there. Break it up into its real fine components.
Look just as good as any real one.
That's how you make the red in the eye. It's the ultimate in camouflage.
And Trawnik keeps photo albums close to his desk to prove it.
There's no good stories coming here.
Happy wedding photos, pageant winners.
He went from being a frightened child to being a confident child.
Patients who once lost part of themselves.
They share these things. They share these stories of recuperation.
But found it again.
Young people, old people, people like you.
With Trawnik's help.
All of a sudden, it's just a sigh of relief when they look at themselves and they say, well, I'm okay. Mason, come see me.
A patient's journey to a new eye often starts with...
I'm ready. You want to come too, Mom?
Incredible fear.
So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of look at your eye and get you ready for school, make it nice and shiny.
9-year-old Mason Smith is a perfect example.
His head hits my eye, and I just start screaming.
Kind of rub your eye.
Yeah, let's do this.
Here we go.
He lost his eye after bumping into a friend on a trampoline.
After he got hurt, there were kids that were making fun of him before he had the prosthetic because his eye didn't look normal anymore.
But bullies lose ammunition when nothing appears to be wrong, when all seems normal again.
And they're like, it looks so real. And I'm like, well, yeah, I have a really good doctor who made it.
We don't have those stories anymore. I forget sometimes as his own mother until I really think about it that he doesn't have his real eye anymore, that he wears a prosthetic every day.
For Samuel Nishimwe,
I have had no vision in my eye since I was born.
meeting Trawnik let him finally see his worth.
My biggest thing was self-confidence, especially moving to a new country.
Nishimwe grew up in East Africa and lost his sight in his right eye when he was young due to a genetic defect.
We didn't have the resources to be able to treat it early on.
Nishimwe came to America in 2008, but didn't meet Trawnik until last year when his eye was finally removed and replaced.
It was like the self-esteem I'd been looking for all of my life.
It's fun watching him when you look in the mirror and he's trying to figure out which one was real.
You see, for Trawnik, this is his purpose, but he didn't know that until 1968. You've heard a lot of his patients share stories about how they lost an eye and became whole again. Well, Trawnik, he has a story of his own.
They say, well, you don't know what it's like to have an artificial eye. And so I'll reach up and I'll say,
That's right.
yes, I do. I have one too.
You see, Trawnik lost an eye himself.
I was in a military training accident. It really changed my life.
But he might say, for the better. Trawnik may have lost an eye, but he found a calling.
We try to gently bring them back out to where they can go back and have themselves again.
To him, this isn't just medical art.
It's more than just a piece of plastic.
It's healing. Matt Howerton, Channel 8 News.